Jesus, come to us. Fuck Junie B. Jones.
That's fan behavior.
But it burns body fat, and they love it.
Putting hair behind my ear with the headphones on.
Is this Hook'em?
Ramble.
Pretty basic.
Thank you to Bloom, Stamps.com, Omaze, and Native for sponsoring this episode of Pretty Basic.
This is a little bit of a switch up than just you and Jeremy chatting. Like,
I listened to the episode.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
And he right when I love Jeremy, but right when I got there, he was like, whiskey? Yes. I'm like, dude, I was like, I am not a whiskey guy. He's like, no, this is really good whiskey.
Since it's just us men here.
And I was worried they had no beer, and I'm like, this is gonna be hell. And then sure enough, they opened his fridge. I was like, thank goodness. I'll drink some whiskey with you, but that was it.
that's so funny.
I don't drink coffee at all though.
That's
you don't
super
need to.
surprising.
I know. I want to be the case study when they interview adults in 70, how has coffee affected people's health in their life? I want to be the case study where I never consume it.
When did you decide that?
I decided that last week.
Oh, nice.
You're like, I've gone this long. Might as well.
Exactly. But I should be drinking coffee because Zane and Heath, the co-hosts on my podcast Unfiltered, they have a whole coffee line, but I'm never drinking coffee in those cups.
Hey, when it's in there, is it empty?
Mostly White Claw or Happy Hour.
It's actually empty. He's
Yeah. Coffee gives me a little bit of anxiety though.
Yeah.
Well, especially with the mic and recording, and you're like,
yeah. And then I want to get on Instagram after I've had a nice coffee. When I did have one, I just want to delete everything. I'm just
You know that Celsius is 2 cups of coffee in there though? Just letting you know.
yeah, but it burns body fat.
Okay, good. Yeah, exactly. It's
The
you're working
marketing.
out while sitting.
Yeah, it's essential energy.
Okay, good to know.
What is isn't energy essential? What's non-essential energy? I don't know. It just says
That's
it.
a good point. That was very
marketing. Sounds like me and alcohol.
Did you guys go out for your birthday
We had a fun day.
or your birthday?
We
I was
did.
saying it was
Ours, pretty basic.
together. She showed up to my house with a limo. We went to Target. She tried to get the limo driver to go through the Starbucks drive-through down my street, which is just straight 90-degree turns. So when she told him, he goes, "You're kidding, right?"
He literally goes, yeah, we just figured why not dick around LA in a limo.
just you two.
And our other best friend.
Oh, okay,
yes,
cool.
Yes, just the 3 of us in a limo.
You didn't invite your own boyfriend.
I didn't plan it. They didn't.
No. We offered, and he said, no, why don't I stay back and decorate and
okay.
But I think he really was like, wow, I got out of that one.
No. Yeah, I don't think he really wanted to be there, honestly.
Yeah, he got out of that one.
I love your boyfriend, Cal.
I was just telling everybody as we left the party that night, which, did I tell you what happened?
Well, I listened to your last podcast
so
and I learned
sorry.
Bruno Mars was there.
Wait, did you not know he was there the whole time?
Okay, was he there? Did y'all have a dinner before the drinks?
Yes.
Okay, so I wasn't there for the dinner. I got there, my invite was
I
around
think he was there when you came,
My
though.
call time was.
My call time was not. I'm pretty sure he was there because he was there when I left and I was with you. So he was there.
Why didn't you
hear
tell
what
me?
I said?
And
Did you hear what I
Usually
said?
I'm pretty good about eyeing celebrities, down and down. I can find them like that. How's this podcast
love
going?
it.
Are you enjoying this?
I'm having a great time. But when I left the party, Cal was like, "Matt, my favorite friend of yours that I've ever met. He thought you were so cool. He was like, yeah, we add each other. I keep calling it squiggle. What's this
Letterboxd.
Yeah.
Squiggle?
I just made up a word. But he was like, no one has Letterboxd and we added each other. We're going to review movies.
Wait, I love it.
Yeah, because
He was happy.
he's a huge movie buff.
Oh my
and
God.
he's not that much of a sports guy, right?
Packers and that's it.
Okay, well, the whole table was talking about sports. We were not interested in it. I was asking about him. He was telling me he tests video games. I was like,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And then he was talking about movies. I'm like, are you on Letterboxd? He's like, oh, yeah, I'm on Letterboxd. So we exchange information. But Letterboxd is you know how there's Rotten
explain.
Tomatoes
Yes.
that tells you if a movie's good.
Yeah.
And then there's IMDb ratings, but that's all critics. There's no cool app where people can people who are movie buffs really rating and reviewing movies.
That
So
makes
it's
sense.
Instagram, but for movie rating.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so cute.
And everyone on there usually has good taste. The masses don't know
You
about
literally
it
sound like
yet.
Cal right now.
I
He
just
sound like Cal. He's always I'm like, well, Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 8. He's like, I don't fucking care about Rotten Tomatoes, Remy.
Oh, Patricia gets pissed when I'm she's like, can we watch this movie, please? And I'm checking Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like, it's 20%. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it.
Does she like movies as much as you do?
Well, currently Patricia is attending the Matt King Film Academy where we study film theory. I assign a movie to her and she watches watches it and tells me what she thinks
Wait,
about
that's
it.
so cute.
What was the last one she watched?
Oh, I think she watched. That's a really good question. Have you seen Labyrinth with like David Bowie and like
No.
Jennifer Connelly?
No. But I've heard of it. That's a really big
From like
movie,
the 80s.
correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
it was like back when like Jim Henson was still alive, who did the Muppets and all of that. And that's kind of like an important movie.
So you're a big movie buff,
Yeah,
clearly.
big time.
What's like some of your top favorite movies of all time?
My favorite movie is When Harry Met Sally.
Oh,
Good
an
one.
iconic. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I like American Beauty, minus Kevin Spacey, but it still really holds up.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
20th Century Women, do you know that one?
No.
Well, you know what? You guys got to join my film academy. I'm going to give you guys some homework.
I would love
For
that.
just $9.99 every month, you can join Matt King's Film Academy. That's actually a great idea.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. But then sometimes every film I'm going to give you, though, it may not be like, oh, just like nail biting, but it's going to stay with you. And you're going to learn something
I
from
like
it.
movies with no conflict. I like when everyone's happy and we're all having a good time and nothing goes wrong.
Yes, I saw a TikTok the other day of someone who was like kind of like ranting about Harry Potter. Like, can I just watch Harry Potter without like something going down? Like, I just want like a normal day at Hogwarts and people are just going to class.
Their
It's just-
morning routine.
That's my favorite. But I forget which one it is, but there's one where very little happens and it's so calm and like there's people are having a good time.
Yeah.
Drinking like butterbeer. That's my favorite personally. I like that. He made me watch his favorite movie of all time is In Bruges.
Oh, you know what? That one's on my list and I've never seen it. Maybe we should do a double date sometime.
Oh my, and watch In Bruges again.
I don't know.
But I would love that. He would love that so much. We could watch like a Marvel movie, something like a Harry Potter.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, everyone, give a huge round of applause for Matt King on the podcast.
Yay!
Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome to Pretty Basic.
Thank you. You guys were so fun when you were on Unfiltered. And I was kind of hoping like, because we like really hit it off and it was in September. And I was like, I hope they asked me to be on their podcast.
Oh my god! Well, we really wanted to. We've just been like a little nervous, but so glad you're on.
You guys have great energy. Also, I like rewatched our old episode. Y'all have like the best laughs. Like they're like, it's like really authentic.
I got bullied. I got bullied for that.
Authentic is a great word because it's like
It's like people, all the comments are like, the girl in the green needs to shut the fuck up. The girl in the green's so annoying. Girl in the green, shut up.
But it's not
so sad.
It's not forced,
It's
you know?
unique.
Like some people like have podcasts and they're like, ha ha ha, this
Yeah.
is funny. And you're like, all right, it's not really.
Yeah.
Y'all really make each other giggle.
we really do. I feel like we just get each other.
I told you that one night that I saw you, I do not understand. I've been in so many random places. But like the drive-through, I was picking up a cheeseburger, and the girl was like, "Oh my god, were you on Unfiltered?" I go to TSA.
TSA was my favorite
She
one.
pulled down the match. She's like, "Oh my god."
No. She was like, so I walk up to TSA and I'm like so nervous because they're like, boom, it's like during the holidays and everything.
I forgot all this.
And then the girl's sitting there, like she didn't look that friendly, and she goes, pull down your mask. And Rem's like, okay, pulls it down, and then she goes, were you on Unfiltered?
I loved you on Unfiltered, and I always go, "They're so nice." Oh my god! But like everywhere, in the most random situations.
Well, I'm looking forward to after this podcast, who's going to recognize me from, are you from Pretty Basic?
You're gonna be like in Aritzia at Starbucks.
Yeah, 'cause
Brandy
we're-
Melville at the Grove.
We're tapping into like different audiences.
Yes.
This is good for us.
And
Yes.
obviously you're on Unfiltered, but you also have Hoot and a Half.
Yes, I do. Hoot and a Half with Matt King. It's just me, and I interview other people in the internet space, and I got to get y'all on too. Now that we've done
I
this.
said I'm offended I haven't been asked to be on yet.
Well, I don't know. Do I want to like take one of you away and then
Do both.
do
You
the
can do
other
it. Yeah, I got 2
and then bring it
episodes now.
back?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get
3
3
episodes. Yes.
Okay,
I
that'll
have
be
to
the
say,
plan.
Hoot and a Half is like I love saying things.
I
are
love
Hoot
the
and a Half.
name.
It's
Me,
so
me
good.
too. I mean,
love
it's
it.
kind of like kind of corny.
I love it. No.
But yeah, but like,
They're a
yeah,
hoot and a
I
half.
had that like idea for like the longest time. I'm like, if I started a podcast, it'll be Hoot and a Half, and everyone's like, that's such a great
Explain
name.
the difference between the two.
With the Hoot and the Half.
Fuck, sorry,
With
the
the
laugh came
Who?
out.
Oh, the difference between the two.
Between Unfiltered and Hoot
Okay,
and a
well,
Half.
so on Unfiltered, it's Zane and Heath Unfiltered.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like their show, but it's the 4 of us, and that's Zane and Heath, and Heath's girlfriend Mariah,
Mm-hmm.
and me.
You add so much to that podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You really do. We
I
were
was like,
dying.
I'd like to think so. I do. I would say I'm like the cheerleader and like the ping ponger. Like I got to
Yes.
kind of assist with them because like I listen to podcasts all the time. And when they were like, we need to start a podcast, I'm like, do you listen to podcasts? Because there does take a little bit of like
It's a different.
getting questions out of them or be like, so well, what did you think when that happened or what
Yeah.
was going through your
Yes.
mind
Yes.
while they're telling a
Elaborate.
story? pulling those things from them. That's kind of my role in it. But thank you for thinking that.
I know.
When we
really
left,
funny.
remember we left like recording, we're like, he was so good.
We're like, he's so funny.
Like, but you would do it, you'd say things under your breath, but only we would hear because they'd be bantering and we'd just be sitting there listening. You'd be like,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. We'd be dying. It was so good.
Do you guys think you have like a certain dynamic on this show? Does someone like steer the ship one way and the other one?
We used to. She used to steer it a lot more, and I would just be like, yeah, and like chime in. That was my problem.
It was when I was going through my crazy dating phase though, and I was just like doing dumb shit. So I'd come on here and just talk about it, and she would just like react to it. It was really fun. And then now as the years, because we're on year 4 now, we've definitely like found our groove together, which has been good.
Yeah, I before you guys came on our podcast, I listened to your podcast with Claudia Saluski. Did you guys have her on?
Yes.
Yeah, so I just stole all your questions and learned more things about her. So thank you for providing me that.
So glad that we could set that foundation. She's
course.
the best. I love her.
I know, she's so cool.
So fucking cool.
I don't know. I feel like she's now like just getting cooler by the day.
Literally.
Like I'm getting like we used to like text all the time and I'm just getting nervous. Like should I not
Overthinking
text
it?
Claudia? She's probably too busy right now. I don't know.
She's probably just filming another movie.
Yeah.
She's at the Oscars. It's fine. We'll catch her later.
So then Hoot and a Half.
Yes, Hoot and a Half.
What was the inspo for that?
Well, because Zane and Heath originally on Unfiltered, we weren't interviewing people, and all the podcasts I listen to are interviews.
What are some of those podcasts?
Well, okay, like originally I used to listen to
OG.
Joe Rogan in college. Like
Okay.
that was like when nobody knew about Joe
Yeah.
Rogan, but now I don't listen to him anymore. But I love Armchair Expert with Dak Shepard.
Fucking
Yes.
love. So good.
Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, and I love Pete Holmes, and all of those are interview based, and those are the ones I love. And I just feel like we have such an interesting group of friends, and there are so many questions and stories that I have for them. I wanted to share it with the audience,
Yeah.
and so that's why I started it.
I love that. How often do you record?
I try to do 1 a week. Sometimes we hammer them out like 2 a week, but
Wow.
yeah,
That's amazing.
it's a lot of fun, and I think just be during like. Are we even allowed? You can't say like the C word. You have to, or not COVID. Or what do Lauren and Jeremy say? They go the Omarion or
Demi
whatever.
Lovato.
It was like tough, really booking guests, and that's kind of when we started it. So I really ran through the vlog squad and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's the audience, and they love it.
You have 3 episodes. That was me putting hair behind my ear with the headphones on. I was like, you have 3 episodes.
Yeah, 3 episodes. Let's make it happen.
That was so fun. Okay, well, tell us a little bit more about you.
Okay,
I have a question though. We were trying to do some research and we couldn't figure out where you're from.
I'm good. Okay. Very good. Well, for the people who don't know, I'm from Texas. And the reason why they set that up is because on Unfiltered, I pretty much bring up Texas every
It's your
episode.
brand.
It's the shtick. I love it. I love
There's
Texas.
just so much that happens in Texas. It's
A
my
lot.
reference point, and I don't know. So I bring it up a lot. But yeah, I'm from Texas, but I'm from the suburbs of Dallas originally, Carrollton,
See, I haven't heard that.
which is like near Plano. Have you heard of
I was
Plano,
gonna say, I
Texas?
love Plano, yeah.
Y'all are okay, so y'all are familiar with Plano. That's good. So I'm close to that area. And then grew up there all my life, and then went to UT Austin for college. And
Do you
then
know Haley Ringo?
that sounds so familiar.
I feel like he
Is
has
this
to.
Hookem?
Isn't it?
Good. What? I think this is good. Good luck.
Bathroom. This is bathroom.
No, this is it's Hookem.
Like horns?
Hookem.
Well, you are hooking. You are hooking the fingers.
Okay. Go horn.
Yeah, go horns.
Love that.
Texas 5.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that's like where I'm from and where I've attended. But feel free to ask questions.
That's all we need to know.
I was gonna say we have a huge demo in Texas because whenever we do meetups, that's like the largest
Demographic.
demo. Yeah.
I've never used demo like short. I'm gonna start saying that.
Oh.
I thought y'all were like had like some mixtape. Like, oh yeah, we got it. We like have a demo
right
that
in
we're
there.
working
If you flip to
on.
the first page, that's our demo.
Can we
actually.
talk? Wait. So did we talk about this?
No,
we just did.
did,
Yes, I've been searching for that for a decade, the better half of a decade.
Oh, so you didn't own it?
No, I bought these. I bought the last 3 copies to exist in the world off of musicelementary.com.
No, we just talked about this on the last week's episode, but we have to say this real quick. She moves schools. Okay.
Okay.
I was
and
a very shy kid.
First day of school, the teacher's like, "Oh, we need to break the ice. Everyone grab a book." That fucking book.
It's this book, the one that you did the shoot for. And for the people listening who don't understand, we have this music and movement, like kids
in the classroom,
like ages 3 through 5.
Yeah, that teaches like kids music and stuff.
No exercises.
And this is REMI on the cover.
That is me.
So when did you know that you did this shoot? Did you know that this was going on the cover of books? Were you like a model kid? Were you like scouted out?
That was I was scouted, but that was my one and only project. After that, I think I went home and cried, and my mom was like, okay, no more for her.
Well, I love that you're the only one really holding an instrument. The kids here aren't doing anything. They're not contributing to the band.
The diversity, though.
Yes, completely.
In the year 2000, we love to see it. We're still trying to figure out if I was compensated or not.
I know.
I need to call my mom after this.
We need to find out where these other 2 kids are.
That's our. We're gonna try and figure it out.
I was like, either one of them's gonna do a story time, being like, "Oh my god, I worked with Miss Remy Ashton," or we just need to do a reunion, like a 20-year reunion.
Let's have them on the pod.
I want them on the podcast. That'd be iconic.
And then they'll go on Hoot and a Half, so you get 2 more episodes.
We're just gonna send you all.
There you go. Because like I
We'll do
always
a reunion there.
I always love those. Like I feel like I've seen like tweets or memes where it's like, where are the 90s kids textbook kids? Like where are they?
The ones we all stared at for hours.
Was I a 90s kid?
Yes, you were like
bitch.
like one of my friends for Halloween was like, I'm a 90s textbook kid. And I was like, wow, now I actually know one.
I know famous.
I bought a recorder for today's pod also, so if you would like to do a little solo.
Right.
feel
I love how like, yes, diverse it is. But like kids textbooks were always like aggressively inclusive. Like it would be like, oh, like the kid in the wheelchair, like help it counting like blocks with all the other kids. Like it's like, okay, we get it. Like, of course. Which I'm all for inclusivity, but it's so aggressive and apparent in kids textbooks. That's really cool.
We didn't pick up on it until now. Now thinking about it, like at the time, you're not thinking about it.
So wait, did the class believe you that this was you?
Oh yeah. Well, also because it was only like a year or 2 after, so I looked like that still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because like, yeah, maybe
you
I
wouldn't
would
believe me now.
I don't know. I feel like I could have been like, yeah, that's me. Like I would have. I was like the kid who would make something up like that.
Speaking of, oh my god. What kind of kid were you in school?
Okay.
Like middle school, high school?
Middle school, pretty awkward, but I was like theatrical. I wasn't like an athlete, but I was friends with all the athletes. So you could say I was kind of popular, but like none of the girls liked me.
Okay.
And I really wanted to be like a skater kid, but like all the kids had like the cool skater kid like haircut that did the
Justin
swoop.
Bieber.
Yep.
Mine never did that.
Oh, is your hair curly?
Now it's getting curlier as I get older, but so I was always just lost. I wanted to be so cool, but I was never the cool kid. But I was like pretty theatrical. I kind of wanted all the attention on me.
Okay.
Like, do you mean like you were in theater or you just?
Yes, I did theater, like all that.
Were you in choir?
No, I couldn't sing.
They were like, no, sorry.
Did you do plays?
Oh yes, lots of plays.
Oh,
yeah.
I was in theater.
You
I was
were?
in drumline.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Not me.
I didn't know.
So y'all did the music, man.
I was music.
I was in the music
She
as
was
well.
dance.
I was a dancer, yes.
Wow,
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, as a kid, I was just like, I don't know. I guess you could say I was awkward. I don't know. I feel like I would totally cringe to be around my younger self now.
Oh, I was not cute.
She was like a band girl.
Oh.
Like, you gotta find the pics. So, I just had a wonderful birthday party, and I personally woke up the next morning with a splitting headache and a hangover, and I really could have used Bloom.
Well, I didn't wake up with a hangover, and you want to know why I didn't?
Did you use Bloom?
I did. Oh my God. And part of me I was like, this really is the reason why I don't have a hangover.
I actually, if you watch my vlogs, and you guys know, I'm obsessed with Bloom Nutrition. They have the most amazing powder that you can just put into water. It's like a super greens powder that's so good for you and makes it so easy for you to get all your nutrients in right in the morning.
Their greens and superfood powder blend fights bloating, helps digestion, increases natural energy, and keeps your skin glowing.
Bloom greens are packed with over 50 nutrients, including whole fruits and veggies, fiber, probiotics, antioxidants, and more, all in one easy-to-drink formula.
You can just mix it in water. That's kind of what I do, especially if I'm just running out the door. Or you can always put it in a smoothie. That's always another thing you can do with it. But just adding it to your daily routine literally is so easy. They also come in 4 different flavors. There's coconut, mixed berry, a citrus one, and their original one.
My favorite personally is a mixed berry. I like to add it to my already made green juice, and it just like amps it up. It tastes so good, and Bloom is made for you, whether you're trying to recover from a big meal or a night out, or you're a fitness buff. Over 350,000 people trust Bloom to feel better every day.
And right now, Bloom Nutrition is offering our listeners 15% off your purchase of their greens and superfoods blends when you go to bloomnu.com/basic.
That's BLOOMNU.com/basic for 15% off your purchase. Go to bloomnu.com/basic for 15% off.
I'm curious if we would have been friends.
I think we would have.
I think we would have.
You know why? I love your name, Alicia, and it's spelled Alisha. My best friend growing up, who lived right across the street from me, her name was Alicia, spelled the same way. And we were like Lizzie and Gordo. Like we
my God.
But we weren't like in love. Though we kind of dated in second grade, but
you try second grade
she
romance.
dated like my best friend, but we like would spend all of our time together like on the internet, like making MySpaces and stuff. And I would like take all of her pictures and like edit her profile for her.
Song was
like
on
coding
your
in there.
MySpace?
Oh, what song was on my MySpace? I would say like the red jumpsuit apparatus, face down in the dirt, like that one. But then I would put weird stuff like the Hotel Rwanda soundtrack.
I had literally, this is all foreign language to me.
You
I
never
also I didn't have a
Shut the fuck up.
I had a MySpace, but then like for like a month, and then my mom found out and closed it down for me because I was too young.
Oh, did you have an
She was mad.
Xanga at all?
What is that?
It was kind of like before MySpace. It was like kind of a live journal blogging thing. We did that in middle school, and this kid made a fake one about me, or it was like a bully one, and it was called mattkinglicksdick.xanga.com.
I'm sorry.
And every day he would post like about like stupid things I did.
That's fan behavior.
That
Yeah.
was early like internet hate for you, you know?
Big time. And then my mom found it, and then she's like, "You're not going to be on the internet for a while."
Oh no. Do we know where that guy is now?
Yeah, I found out who it was.
Oh shit.
Zach, I forgot his last name. Zach Stein, I don't know. But the whole page was like Nazi themed too.
No.
He would be like currently listening to the Nazi march and like, I hate Matt King. But
Wait,
he was
that's actually kinda
Jewish. He was
scary.
Jewish. So he was like, it's funny. I'm Jewish, but like I'm posting Nazi stuff. Bizarre kid. And there's a long story about why he did it, but I've told it on kind of the Unfiltered podcast. I don't know if I want to go
Okay.
too deep about that.
Go
but
listen. But
go
damn.
listen.
In conclusion, fuck Zach.
Yeah, but I was big into MySpace and stuff like that.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. Okay, so you initially started as a Viner.
I did.
I remember I was a big fan of your Vines.
Oh,
actually.
thank you. I
fucking love
cringe
Vine.
about them all the time, but yeah, I got into Vine my senior year of college. So when I was at UT, I was on the speech and debate team too when I was there. So I
makes
did like competitive acting and stuff, like speeches, like where you do performance of literature and stuff.
No way.
So yeah, that was kind of like my theater, like performing background. But I quit the speech team my senior year, and Vine had been out for a year, and I was watching it all the time, and I was like, you know what? I need a new outlet to put myself out there. But it was mostly just to see like, wouldn't it be cool if I got 1,000 followers kind of a thing?
God,
Just
yeah.
like, I wasn't thinking about crafting a career out of it. So yeah, I would just like goof around while I was studying for exams, and then some of the Vines popped off, and then I had like 150,000 followers like at the end of college. And then I was like, oh, I should move to LA. And there was like creator studios out here that were like, we want to sign you. And if you want to move to LA, you can have access to our studios. And I was like, oh, cool. But I needed a big boy job because like I studied pretty hard in college, and I wanted like a good career. I majored in advertising, and I got a job out here for Apple's ad agency, Media Arts Lab, which was like
Oh my God,
pretty
I had no
freaking
idea.
cool.
No
like,
way.
Yeah, I was like an assistant account executive working on iPhone 5, which was like kind of cool.
That's really cool.
But it was a really special time, like the summer of 2014, because that's when all of these Viners were moving out here. So like
1600
Zane and Heath and all of them. And I met them one night at like VidCon was happening, like the month I had just moved out.
Did we ever hang out at a VidCon? I don't think we were friends yet.
I don't think so. Honestly, I've never been a fan of VidCon. I always just find it like very chaotic, and everyone's just like screaming the whole time.
I think your first VidCon's kind of like cool.
Oh my God. The first one, I bought a ticket that I went to.
Oh, yeah?
I was like, I'll find the vlog and send it to you. You're going to fucking
You're
die.
going up to like the bigger creators, like putting them in their vlog, like going, shout out my channel, making it seem like you're
like the whole
closer.
thumbnail.
Yeah.
Oh my God, wait. I had my old creative director. He's like one of my best friends from middle school. He's like an insane Vlog Squad fan, like buys the merch, does everything like that.
Oh.
And I was at VidCon. This was probably like 2018 or so. And I'm just like waiting for like a meet and greet doing something. And I get a DM from a subscriber who's like, hey, Remy, I just want to let you know, Eli is his name. Eli just pushed me down to the ground because he was running towards like a David Dobrik mosh, but just wanted to let you know, like, I'm okay. Just want to let you know. I was like, Eli, you can't push people to the ground.
They get aggressive,
It's
especially at VidCon.
It was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But yeah, that was VidCon, and then met kind of all of them. And during my like job, I was like, oh yeah, I'll answer this email. But then the whole time I'm just like checking Instagram, looking at the numbers, and then like you get your first brand deal, and you're like, I could quit this job.
How soon was that? Around the time when Vine stopped.
Well, Vine I feel like stopped in like 2016. So there was like 2 years of doing Vine straight up. But but I got really lucky in terms of like finding a really great friend group.
Yeah.
And like Zane was like big time on Vine. I was like, like mid-tier popular, but me, Zane, and like Carly and Contro, we like met through friends, and I had never laughed so hard with like two people. And
I love that.
It was just something like really special happened within that. And then obviously David started making his vlogs because none of the Viners were making vlogs.
Yeah.
So he was like, see more on his vlogs.
Yeah.
And then David and I was like in a few, but then David and I were like in an improv group together with like collab.
I've always wanted to do an improv class, but it terrifies me.
I love improv. I love it as an exercise, but I hate performing
Oh
it.
my God.
Okay.
But I know it'd be so good.
Yeah.
It'd be so good to do.
Yeah.
no, not my thing.
Give it a shot.
No, not my
Check
thing.
out UCB.
Not my
Get
thing.
into it.
Not my thing.
Well, do you have any tips for people who are like moved to LA? Especially now it's like really hard, but people who move to LA, they don't know anyone in the space, but they want to have like a good friend, because we get that question a lot too, and we feel like a lot of it was just luck.
And it's a lot of trial and error too.
Yeah.
Like, so are we talking about people who are interested in being in the creator space?
Yeah, like making friends in the creator space.
Yeah,
Because it's hard.
And and a big thing is like you can't always make like your first hangouts with people as like a business transaction. Like, oh, we should collab right now. Like, and that was a big thing. And I was kind of good at that about like, I'm just gonna play it cool and not get anything from these people the first time you hang out. So it doesn't make them.
it's not weird.
Because like we all experience that on that other
Yeah.
end where people like, oh, well, let's post this, or like we should make something right now. Just vibe them out. And it's a lot of trial and error. So if it's like, hey, if you didn't feel the frequency with that person, let it happen with the other one. So I would say just take your time, sense people out, and stick with the ones who you really vibe with.
Also
As
on
broad
our
as that
end, I
sounds.
feel like it stands out a lot when you hang out with someone and they don't post you, or they like aren't just using you for views or like whatever, and you're like, oh wait, I appreciate that. You know?
Yeah.
It goes a long way.
Yeah, and it's people notice it. So yeah.
So then Vine shuts down.
Vine shuts.
I'm so interested.
I need to know. Did you know that it was going to shut down?
Us as Viners knew, I think 3 or 4 months
Really?
before the whole world knew about it.
I remember hearing the tea and that there was a contract going around and
Yes, with the top Viners kind of threatened Vine in a way where they were like, if you give us $1 million, we will stay on this app and we'll continue to make content. But if you don't,
removing.
we're gone.
That's insane.
Yeah, but I don't know.
remember
It's
that
still
era.
such a rumor. None of them will admit about it.
Okay.
But you're so right. Oh, I believe it did happen. But Vine was
think
like,
they got paid out?
no, they didn't.
Okay.
Because Twitter bought Vine,
Yeah.
but Vine had success because it was the only micro video content out there.
Yeah.
Like Instagram didn't have video.
Yeah.
Facebook video was like
Not a thing.
not really a thing. And Twitter didn't have video. And Twitter was like, if we wanted, and then once Instagram got it, Twitter wanted to compete, and they go, how can we be housing this other video platform that only lasts 6 seconds?
Yeah.
And so they were like, we don't want to pay for these servers that hold all the data. And that's what's sad about Vine is that all of the Vines are like gone
Oh,
for the most part.
I
Yeah.
watch so many compilations on YouTube, and there's so many that I still miss that I can never see again. That I'm
I know.
so sad about.
And like you have to like hunt them down via like compilations and stuff. And the quality like sucks.
It's all crunchy. So okay, it shut down, and then between then and now, like what have you been doing in between?
Well, I guess during that time, I think it was like then, focusing on Instagram. And what sucked is like I had to say goodbye to 1.6 million on Vine. And then I only had like 30,000 on Instagram.
Oh my god.
And I think and then that was a big wake up call. And then I think
Yeah.
during that time, then a lot of the Viners started making a lot of YouTube videos, and I was just around them a lot. But I didn't vlog. I really didn't. So during that time, a lot of us as Viners were like, well, we need to team up and really make a collective. And that's where kind of the Vlog Squad was birthed out of. And though we didn't like name ourselves the Vlog Squad, like
Yeah,
the
just
people
stuck.
named
Oh,
us
that's
that.
cool. I didn't know that.
And then and then I moved really close to Zane, like a block down, and then we just started just making videos all the time and doing content together. And then it just grew from that. So, but it's the internet. You can never get too comfortable with the platform that you're on.
Yeah.
So you always got it. Survival of the fittest in a way, but
crazy.
that answers the
I
question.
feel like that going from the 1.6, because things have changed so much, even just views alone, like views like years ago compared to now is just like different. I can't even imagine like losing a whole platform.
Yeah.
And coming and starting from zero again.
It's tough. And I felt really bad for the Viners who were just getting popular right at the end.
Yeah.
And they had to say, and then they got kind of forgot and lost.
Wait, when it was rumored that TikTok was going away, were you like, ha?
Kind of in a way where I was like, like this stuff happens, but
like, take it from me, kids.
yeah.
I've been there, done that.
I know. I always like expect one day it will be gone. So,
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's so sad.
It is a little sad, but I think if anything, it's a learning lesson.
It's
and,
realistic, too.
Stuff will always be taken away. So you always got to stay ahead of the game,
How do you do that?
Staying ahead of the game. Doing podcasts. Look at us. That's how we've survived.
yes.
Definitely.
Diversifying.
Yeah, diversifying.
I have to say, we've been on YouTube for 10 plus years. And so we've seen so many waves. And when all of you guys started making vlogs, I remember just seeing like I feel like the two that really stuck out to me were when you guys started vlogging and like, it was just so exciting to watch YouTube again. And then when the Logan and Jake Paul stuff was really,
God,
like, do you remember like their little, the diss track things?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
that was another jump too. I feel like in those times, it's so cool.
One.
You should try.
I should do it.
Do it.
The diss track?
Yeah.
Can you write it? Do you think you can really like hit the flow?
I think I could.
You're going to hire like a ghostwriter to do it.
No, I think I would do it because my ego can't handle it.
Who are you going to have beef with? Who are you going to diss? Remy?
Okay. I'll start writing.
Yours back to me would be way too nice. I would feel like such a bitch because I'd be like, da 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 da, and then you would be like, her hair is so pretty. And
Yeah.
I'd be like, I can't do.
Everyone would be like, wow, Alicia.
I know.
Way to go.
Okay, you can do it. That'll be fine.
I did tell her the other day, I was like, okay, like not that I want us to ever have a huge public breakup or anything like that, but if so, I would pray and hope that you get a $70 million deal like Call Her Daddy. You know?
Think so?
So nice of her
And
to
then we
say.
could split it.
Yeah, then we just move to like a remote island and just live off the money together.
Is that the dream, a remote island?
I think I would go crazy, to be honest.
I was gonna say if there's like a mall, then I'll be okay.
Yeah, I need to like at least have some access
Some
to some
people out there.
community.
Where would
That's
we
true.
move? New York? We'd be bi-coastal.
I love Texas. I want to move to Texas. one
I'm
day.
trying to get everyone to move to
Tejas.
Texas for sure.
Do you want to move one day, like once you're married and have kids back there?
Definitely. Because like I feel like I won't relate to my kids like being LA kids, you know?
Yeah.
That, like I just like I don't know you guys and stuff, and I feel like because we made like a good amount of money out here. I want to go like enjoy it because out here it's so expensive.
It is.
Just like
So
my family will be just in like this 2-bedroom home or whatever, and then
Yeah.
you're going to like these like parent parties with their kids, and then other people have these like just the wealth gap
Lavish.
gets
Yeah.
insane out here,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I would just like to enjoy my own little mini kingdom that I've created.
Well, absolutely. I follow this
Kingdom.
this
Kingdom. There
Dallas
you go.
realtor who just posts mega mansions on Twitter. His name's Ben, and they're like $100, and they're fucking mega mansions.
know.
It's crazy.
But everyone wants to go to Austin, but Austin is becoming like LA. Like it's just as expensive because all the tech companies are moving out there, like Tesla and Apple, and it's I don't know.
I'm a Dallas girly at heart.
I just want a lake. I want to be on a lake. Go out on pontoons with friends, just meet up, you know?
A lake vibe's nice.
That
Yeah.
sounds actually really nice.
It's a vibe.
Yeah, we can move there.
Here's the thing. Time is money. And you know what can take up a lot of time? Going to the post office. I don't know why I hate it, but I hate it. You know what helps? Stamps.com, because you can save your time and your money. They let you print official postage right from your computer. It saves you money in the process, and you don't have to, wait in lines. I hate waiting in lines.
For more than 20 years, Stamps.com has been indispensable for over 1 million businesses. Let's say you run a Poshmark, or you've got a small business, or you're just sending things out from your house. You literally do not need to leave. It is the most convenient thing ever. You can pretty much mail whatever straight from your home. Stamps.com gives you access to all the post office and UPS shipping services you need right now from your computer.
And you can get discounts that you literally can't find anywhere else, up to 40% off USPS rates and 76% off UPS. So whether you're an office sending invoices, a side hustle Etsy shop, or a full-blown warehouse shipping out orders, Stamps.com will make your life so much easier.
All you need is a computer and standard printer, no special supplies or equipment. Stop overpaying for shipping with Stamps.com. Sign up with promo code BASIC for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, free postage, and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts.
Just go to Stamps.com, click the microphone at the top of the page, and enter code BASIC. Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders.
Dallas Cow. Oh, I'm like obsessed with that show. Like, not like actively where I know all the characters and stuff, but I just love watching their dreams just get crushed.
Oh, I feel like there's something deeper there.
I thought you were gonna say come true.
Well, because they get so hung up on the dream, and it's because Dallas has this reputation for their cheerleaders that they are like the cream of the crop, the top ones, and they don't get paid that much. Your hours are like fully committed to them, but there's this etiquette that you have to have. And I just like the personality like questions. It's like a beauty pageant, but deeper. Like,
it really is.
So what does the Dallas Star mean to you?
Yes.
And the girls are like, it's just a star. And when we look up, we're more looking up to our role models. And that's what we are. Like,
I love the voice.
Wait, can I ask you, what does a Dallas Star mean to you?
What does a Dallas Star mean to me? That's a really good question.
You're telling me you don't think, I would say this when you watch?
Are we talking about like the team, the Dallas Stars, or like the star logo for the Dallas Cowboys?
What are they asking the girls?
I don't know. They ask them questions like that.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a legitimate question.
I'm not the one auditioning to be a Dallas Cowgirl cheerleader.
It's intense though. She didn't know about the show until we were talking about it a little earlier. It's really sad to watch.
Oh God, there was a girl from my high school. I won't say her
on
name.
it?
Well, she was like auditioning to be a Dallas girl cheerleader, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, like
You're
go
gonna make
you!"
it, yeah.
And she was like posting on Facebook like every time she was advancing.
Oh my God.
And it's like if you're doing, don't tell people how you're doing during
how I
auditions.
am.
Like the whole town was rooting for her. And she didn't make it. So it was like, gosh.
See, I'm that type of person. If I do something like that, I will not tell a soul, because if it doesn't work out, then I'm like, then I don't have to like tell anyone. But then
I would be posting on Facebook. I'd having
the whole way.
banners, like planes, everything. But it does make it really hard when it doesn't work out, and you have to go call your mom, your brother, your dad.
I always feel that way about like, working on your own fitness journey, like the before and after photos. Like I don't want to take the before and after photos, and then you share that, and then maybe you go downhill, and everyone's like, well, what was this? Like I'd rather just like slowly just start getting in shape, and people just casually notice. It's like, wow. Don't focus on the before and after, because sometimes it's like, I don't know. I don't want to make that like weird commitment to everybody.
You're like, dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
But do what works for you. If that's what motivates you, by all means, go and do it.
Oh, for sure.
Like Zane right now is going on a huge fitness journey, and I had to take like photos of him today.
You took the photo?
The progress pics.
It's just like timer. He couldn't do self-timer.
He had to get like in his underwear, and then I'm like, okay, but I'm like, let's move that hand back so we can really see how that's working out.
When you have to do perspective with like a newspaper.
Yes.
Or something.
Can we buy him like a tripod? Should we buy him a tripod?
I think so, but I don't know.
A little remote.
He would spend all day just like doing that. Yeah, him and Heath are on this huge fitness journey right now.
Are you joining or are you not?
I'm on my own fitness journey. Like, but they are like getting up at 7 a.m. Like they don't drink, like crazy fitness diets. They have different body types than me. So like I can kind of like do what I want, but I'm rooting for them. I just want them to be happy. They're always like looking for their next fix. They're like, this is going to make us happy. Or like this. Once we do this.
It's so interesting that they're both like that too. So they just like egg each other on, I'm sure.
Yes.
Wow.
It's very that type of dynamic.
I'm dying at how he made you take the photos. If I've ever taken one, I just prop it up on like the mirror or my bathroom counter.
I would make Ashley take mine.
You would?
Yeah. Would I have? Oh, I've made you take some too. But those were for videos, so it like made more sense.
It's hot.
Whose Dior bag is that?
I'm assuming Remy's.
That's Wits.
Mm.
I gave it to her.
It's a Remy hand-me-down.
My girlfriend has that bag. She got the dupe.
That is fake, yeah.
That is fake? Oh. Like, because I kind of wanted to go up and like see the real one.
Oh,
and be
no.
like,
Compare it.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that
You can
part of
tell
like, if
structural
like
change.
having like a fake purse, is it like a bad like girl code to like ask, is that real?
Sorry, that was funny.
I think
I mean, I've always just been interested in, because like sometimes I do want to ask that, but then I'm worried like if
It's
someone's going to be
changed.
offended.
It's changed a lot.
I was gonna say it's changed a lot, and I feel like now it's like how you ask it. Like you can ask someone like, "Oh my God, where'd you get that bag?" And usually, I feel like now the girl will be like, "Oh my God, it's fake."
Yeah, they'd be like, "Oh my God, I got it for such a good
Yeah,
deal."
like I'll send you the link. Versus like before, it'd be like, or if you ask, "Is that real?" and it is real, they're like, "Yeah, it's real." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's how you ask, the tone.
When I was a freshman in high school, there was this girl, Alex, and she always was like, had like the new purse or whatever, and she had this Chanel handbag, and we were all sitting there in like social studies, and she was like talking about how it was real, and then I was like looking at it, I'm like, but this says like Hong Kong, like right here on the thing, and she like snatched it out of my hands. It was the worst thing. I feel so bad. Alex, I'm
day.
so sorry I did that in social studies. I think about it like right now when I looked at the bag, I'm
Clearly.
thinking about Alex,
Poor
and I was
Alex.
like, I know. But I kind of wanted to put her in her place. Though.
Yeah.
She was just like bragging about it to all these girls. I was just like, shut up. This isn't real.
Oh
Get
my
over
God.
yourself.
That's fucking funny.
So you really don't feel that bad.
No, not really. It felt good in the moment, but I'm always worried if like she remembers that still.
Yeah.
Oh, you know she
clearly
does.
you
But I
do.
now
that
know
bag
she
out.
seems like she's doing well. She's married to some lawyer. She probably got all the nice
Oh
handbags
yeah,
now.
and now she thinks back to when she had
It's
fake
come-
ones, and now she's
couple-
like, now they're all real.
She probably like sees you on YouTube or hears her podcast. It's like,
Do you ever have random people hitting you up from your hometown?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but in a good way now.
Good.
Yeah, I
Now?
think kind of like in the beginning of the social media stuff, it was always kind of people like kind of wanting things from me.
Yeah.
Now I just get thrilled when some people hit me up, especially if it's just like, hey, how are you?
Yeah.
Or if it's like, I have a lot of friends who are like teachers now, and they're like, oh, kids are big fans of you. Can you like send
Isn't
a
that
video to the
crazy?
class? And I'm like, of course. Without question. I love those kind of things. Or
Yeah.
like, hey, my cousin, or like, can I FaceTime you?
Yeah.
Please. Like that stuff I like.
not like, hey, can you promote my blah, blah, blah?
I know. Or like, hey, I'm entering a contest, and if
Those are my
if I
favorite.
get enough comments,
Yes.
can you reshare this on your story? And I'm like,
Yes.
sorry,
Yes.
but like, I just kind of ignore those in a way.
Or you're like, we never talked.
Yeah.
They're like, hey girl.
I'm like, where have you
sure get
been?
that.
Yeah.
Do you guys have high school reunion? Oh, did you have?
I was
Did you
supposed
go?
to, and I never got
Same.
Oh.
I would have gone. I
Because of
totally would've
COVID?
been.
Yes,
Yeah.
because of COVID, and it kept just getting delayed. And then there was even like, there's this like Facebook group for it, and they like suggested, oh, do we want to do a collab with like the class of 2011? And they were like, and majority of everyone was like,
you
no,
No.
2010.
I was 11.
Ah. Oh. She had a good job. But I can't. I really want it to happen. The high school reunion.
Yeah. I
Mine's
actually
supposed
would.
to be next year. I'm like, fingers crossed it happens. I'm gonna borrow her Aston Martin for the night. Roll up.
You got
with
an
every-
Aston- okay,
She's got an
okay.
Aston Martin.
Oh, car drop.
I know,
now.
but like, how funny would it be to roll up to my high school reunion in her car that I'm borrowing for the night?
Yeah,
like, that's
like,
just funny.
Isn't that Alicia's?
No!
Like I listen to the podcast. Is this? Does that say
all
Hong?
listen.
Does that say Hong Kong?
I want to
like-
roll up with my best friend. Our boyfriends can Uber there, meet us there. But
Obviously.
we've got to roll up and step out in
They'll be-
slow mo.
yeah.
At like the local aquarium. It's gonna be really good.
That's good. Do you have any like famous people from your high school, like besides you two?
If you count that.
Hold on.
I don't think so.
We have a friend who was Vine famous. He was Vine Jesus.
Oh yes, the Vine Jesus.
Yes.
Yes.
But we
Did
met
you?
him through a mutual friend.
Yes, just had to throw
Not
that
high
out there.
school.
I don't think I had anyone famous from high school.
Didn't Rebecca Black go to your
Oh my God, Rebecca Black went to my high
Oh,
school.
cool.
I was like, wait
Only
a
for a
minute.
day, and then she left because people were being mean to her, though.
Oh, was it after Friday?
It was right after Friday.
So it was
Poor thing.
Saturday.
It was
Saturday.
But actually, the Saturday song. Do you guys remember that?
Yes.
Yes.
Weren't you in the music video?
I was in the not the Friday.
No,
I was in
You're
literally my life.
Yes,
Yeah, the literally my life video.
I was in Literally My Life.
she was.
Oh, but okay, yes, I'm in like the beach scenes and like the G-Wagon.
G-Wagon. Riding
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
That was a bop, Ava. We
Little
love
did I
you.
know how big that song would be. Like I remember showing up to the shoot. She's like, "This is the song." I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
all right."
Wait, that's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
forgot
I wonder
about
how many
that.
times we've been like in the same green room or like same area, but like just didn't know each other. I'm sure so
I
many
bet
fucking times.
100%.
That's
definitely.
funny.
I know. That's really cool.
How many
Yeah.
takes to the G-Wagon? Like, how many takes the G-Wagon did we do that day?
Many. We just drove around in circles and just
my
like,
God.
come
Who
on,
else was in that
enjoy
scene?
it. Tila Dunn.
Tila.
And
yes.
Aiden Alexander.
Aiden Alexander.
Love Aiden Alexander.
Oh yeah.
That's so funny.
Oh, I
Tila,
was
Tila Dunn was
towards
like,
the end.
I think so
was
cool
the
that
name,
day.
yeah.
I love
And then like
Tila.
Sheila was just like thinking I was like nobody. And then like years later, she was like kind of coming on to me, and I was like,
I was
she was like, I was in a music video with you, and you like thought you were too cool for me.
That's
I kind of
so
called her
funny.
out.
You said that?
Yeah, I did. I had too many drinks at VidCon,
Oh
and I
my-
said that to her. I was just like, why are you expressing all this interest in me? Like you did not care about it.
No, you're so her like normal type, or at least back then.
Yeah. Oh no,
Yeah.
she was coming
She's
on
got
to
a
me.
type.
I was just like, sorry, not gonna happen.
Sorry.
I love Tila. She's great.
Oh, I
No, she's
love. I
amazing.
love Tila. That's so funny.
Yeah.
How many takes did yours did? Like, whoa. How do I say that? How many takes did you take?
Honestly, ours was towards the end of the day. We were on a football field.
Okay.
I remember not really getting ready, and I was like, "Fuck, I like need to leave."
Little did you know how big it was gonna
I
be.
know. I never wear a middle part. Well, like now I've tried because of Gen Z being like middle parts, blah, 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 blah. Back then, I never did. I literally just like, my hair was air dried. I looked fucking horrible.
Oh.
And it was the part that says dealing with Felicia's rants, because obviously Alicia.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm just like sitting there crying. But it actually was pretty quick because the sun was setting. So
Did you dance? Didn't you dance in it too?
No.
You weren't a cheerleader?
I thought you were a
No,
dancer.
I was in that
video.
scene though.
Oh, I gotta rewatch it.
I know. We should watch it. I didn't even know you were in it.
How many views is it at now?
It's
Let's all guess.
It's at so much. She told me once how much she made off of it, and I forget.
What I hated, I was like 23 years old in that video,
really?
and I think all of them were like 19, or like still in high school.
I always felt like a lot of my like influencer YouTuber friends were always so much younger than me.
Yeah.
So then I was
I was kind of like portrayed as like this romantic interest, like for Ava, because we're like holding hands and we're like dancing together, and she just had braces. It was just like, I was just like, is this okay?
Wait, how did you get cast for this?
Well, she was like a big fan of my Vines, and I remember she like tweeted at me or something. It was like, I love Matt King's Vines or whatever, and I was like, who's this big YouTuber girl?
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, follow, just creators supporting creators. And then she hit me up and was like, want to be in this music video?
I remember probably around that time, I don't know what happened with the Twitter algorithm. My biggest flex is I have a lot of followers on Twitter. No idea why. Ava and I at the same time, we were like, are you just growing a lot? We were like, yeah, like I have no idea why. So whenever we like DM people, I'm like, oh, it looks cool because we have a lot of followers.
Yeah.
But the engagement's so low. Like it's so fucking low.
It's all the Twitter bots.
People think they're all bot probably.
But you're
I
probably
remember
like an auto-suggested one when people like just started their
like it was a
account and
while
they like knew their
ago.
age.
Yeah,
That's a good group to be in.
It was funny.
Oh, cool.
I want to know how many views.
50
Oh
million.
my God.
Wow.
My funny pranks video for back to school was at 50 something million.
Funny pranks for going back to school. Like, what's the video? You're like, so we're going back to school. Here are funny pranks to be the cool girl in class.
You haven't witnessed Scholastic before?
What is it like having the gum pack that like zaps you?
Pretty
You're like,
much.
this always works for the boys.
Fucking much. That's
Or like a whoopee cushion. Like they'll never expect this.
they're all so those like cringe DIYs that you like.
Yes.
It was that.
The 5-minute crafts.
Yes, basically that. That's how I like really built my YouTube following.
Wow.
Yeah, I like lived many lives on YouTube.
I know when you guys were coming on Unfiltered, I was like, I got to do a deep dive. There was just so much videos. I'm like, I don't know where to start.
Like so much color. It's
Yeah.
just like 300% saturation.
Yeah, that was an era.
I always wish I was like a girl YouTuber.
You'd be a good lifestyle creator.
Oh, yeah,
morning
because there's like so
routine.
many things y'all can like do. It's hard
Yeah.
being like a straight white man that like, I don't know, that like doesn't come off like creepy. Like y'all can be like,
I get it.
I could be like redoing my bedroom. Like if a guy does that, it's like he's like Patrick Bateman from like American Psycho. They're like, this is my daily routine. You're like, okay, dude. Like it's like I can't do that. Like, but y'all can like make it fun. Like. I don't know.
I still think you should do it.
Yeah,
think
what,
so.
what
A room
would you
tour?
wanna do?
I think I should just do all the things you did.
Yeah,
like
let's
just
do
recreate all of your
Room
videos.
tour, morning routine, outfits of the week.
Oh, that
what
was
you
an
eat in a
OG. I want
day.
to see your outfits of the week.
What's in my purse?
On
My
TikTok.
perfume collection.
Wow.
I did one of those.
I did too.
I should do my book collection too.
Yes,
Yeah.
that'd be really good.
Wait, I
Really
love
cool.
that.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I'm like, no
Maybe
one.
I'll finally start.
Yeah. I want to see you be like, these are my socks of the week.
Yeah. Do you guys hate these? Oh, y'all hated my last outfit.
Oh my God, I forgot that
just
we rated
met.
that. That's
I like
right.
it. I like the green.
I like today. You're serving Arthur.
Oh, I'm making sure my zipper's done. My zipper was undone like a whole episode of Unfiltered. I was like just sitting there on the couch and my fly open.
Just like a big blur, like a
okay.
sensor block over
the
it.
whole time.
It's bad. I'm really bad about zipping up my zipper, but I think it was because like during like quarantine, like I wasn't going anywhere, so I was just like, I don't care. And now
So you
I'm
would
like, I need
button
to
it?
do it. No, I would just like leave it open.
Why even put them on then?
I don't know. I like having. Well, there was a moment like during
Where
quarantine
you were like, I need to feel like a human.
Yeah. Some
Let me wear
jeans
some
on.
Jeans. I've been yes.
in
Yes.
action.
So I've been wanting to try out a natural deodorant for a very, very long time. And recently, one from Native showed up at my door, and I actually really liked it.
I'm very, very picky with natural deodorants. I really like theirs. I also just bought the body wash. of theirs, the coconut scented one.
I went to Target recently and I saw that they have a Baked by Melissa collab, which I am obsessed with Baked by Melissa. I literally have their cupcakes sitting in my fridge currently. I want to make the dip that she makes on TikTok, and now I need to try the native collab.
I literally didn't even know that they had that collab, and that's kind of iconic.
Isn't it good?
So iconic. I love what they're doing as a brand. It's so important to know what's going in our bodies, and something as simple as deodorant, something that we use every single day. Like, there can be a lot of basically toxic and aluminum, like there's so much junk in it. And I love how Native is very like body conscious, and obviously they're known for their aluminum free deodorant. I feel like they're killing it.
In case you guys didn't know, their aluminum-free deodorant has an ingredient list that's super clean. It's got ingredients that you understand, like coconut oil, shea butter, and baking soda. It also checks a lot of boxes, like the 24-hour odor protection, its naturally derived ingredients, a smooth, residue-free application, and over 10 scents to choose from.
Smell and feel fresh all day long with Native. Get 20% off your first order by going to nativedeo.com/basic or use promo code BASIC at checkout.
That's nativedeo.com/basic or use promo code BASIC at checkout for 20% off your first order. If you guys have ever dreamed of having the chance to win an awesome prize like a Tesla or go to space in Virgin Galactic, then you have to check out Omaze, the new way to give back to charity and have fun while doing it.
We probably had you at, Tesla, but if you're curious how Omaze works, you basically enter for a chance to win something amazing, and at the same time, you can donate to support great causes. It's a fun and easy way for nonprofits to raise money and for you to win big prizes, like a multi-million-dollar house in Lake Tahoe.
Here's how it works. Go to omaze.com/basic and select Lake Tahoe Dream House. The deadline to enter is April 14th, but if you miss the deadline, Omaze has tons of other exciting prizes and experiences to choose from.
Okay, but that house looks beautiful.
It honestly, maybe we should enter.
Modern, should we enter?
Should we?
Should we?
Are we the villain?
Through your donations, Omaze has raised over $150 million to support over 350 nonprofits around the world.
Seriously, we've talked about Omaze for quite a while, and every time they bring up a new big prize, they're always really good.
Oh, they're good.
So I would get in, and you can, help out other people while also helping yourself. What better way to live life? Hurry and enter today for your chance to win the Lake Tahoe Dream House or other life-changing prizes and experiences at omaze.com/basic. Plus, receive 20 extra entries when you enter code BASIC20. That's OMAZE.com/basic.
No purchase necessary to enter or win. Visit omaze.com/basic for official rules. Us three, we were in class, and the teacher assigned us to be in a group project.
Oh yeah, bring it on.
Like, 1, what would the grade end up being? 2, what would everyone do?
Okay. Do we know what the assignment is?
Ooh,
we have to give a presentation,
yes,
right?
We have a presentation.
Okay, so I'm big about presentations.
Okay.
I'm gonna open and close it. Okay,
Oh.
I'm gonna make both of y'all sound good too.
Ooh. I love
always like the
this.
presentation of things too. And then the PowerPoint would be pretty fire.
Okay.
We may even do like a music video as like a bonus thing too.
I would always do videos anytime
school
I could.
project?
Yes, we
school
did like
video.
a project on like the Midwest. It was like in the Midwest, it's going down. Meet me in Illinois, it's going down. It's a bread basket, it's going down. So yeah, that would be.
There was one year in history class, we did this like mansion tour, and I forget who we had like associated with it, but of course one of the kids' parents was like filthy rich. They're like, oh, like come, like we can film it there. We filmed this like mansion tour, like a house tour, and it was to the song like you could have whatever you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we got a B, and we were like, what the fuck?
I still have like trauma about like group projects. Like in college, this kid Devin, he was like this hardcore frat guy. The only thing we didn't want to assign him anything to do except turn in the assignment.
Even then,
And he was late, and we
my
got
God.
a 70.
I
And
was
I had to
gonna
take the
say.
makeup exam like the night before. Still to this day, Devin Miller or something, or Devin Rogers. Devin Rogers, if you're still out there, if I run into you again somewhere in Texas, you owe me drinks. You owe me the whole tab.
God.
But actually, that sounds like the easiest task, but it is quite possibly the most important
Yes.
that you could have given to him. So I understand for
Devin
it.
Rogers. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so whenever people say, oh my God, Alicia, you're so photogenic, I'm like, this is what I see in my head.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I literally just found this the other day.
Oh boy.
Which one is it?
Are you doing a real guitar chord? Okay, cool.
Cool.
Was this for something? This seems
Nope.
like this was like a daddy-daughter dance or something.
No, my dad took the photo.
Oh, this was a photo shoot. This will really put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love the watch too.
Yeah.
I got to see this up close.
She
I
was
found
so
my pic.
fucking cute.
No.
Yeah.
It's 8th grade. Somewhat like 14. Like that's a little too old, I think, to be cutting your own hair. And I remember thinking I would look so good with bangs. So I start cutting my hair. I'm sitting there, I'm cutting, but I'm like, oh shit, okay, it's like a little uneven.
What kind of scissors are we using? Are we using just
grade A craft scissors?
Grade A
Little
craft.
plastic crap. So I'm cutting. I'm like, oh shoot, it's okay, a little more. And I got to a point where they were about this long, and I thought, oh, I'll just like cut them all off because obviously like this isn't working. What am I gonna do? So I'm cutting. I cut them to literally a millimeter. So short, so it's just because I need to shave it, obviously, but I didn't know this.
Oh no!
14. There, it's like just a little fan right across my head, and I'm like, it's fine. She won't notice.
She's like, I'll just get rid of them.
Yeah. I walked downstairs. My mom goes, did you cut your hair? I went, no. She goes upstairs. Hair is all over the ground. Then I had 8th grade photos.
But this
and
is 8th grade. You were cutting your hair.
I know,
Like it sounds like something you do when you're 8 years old.
I know.
Like,
I'm like a little worried as to why I thought that was
You're
a kid. I don't understand. Here I am when it started to grow in. This was actually when it started to look better. But it was 8th grade photo day.
Too bad TikTok wasn't around because you could just be like having a filter on the whole time. Oh my.
I had the biggest crush on this guy named Paul too, and I'm sure he was like, ew, get away. I know.
This photo is so close. It's like you're gonna remember this.
Yeah. That was a hard time.
I feel like knowing your mom, she bought the biggest package of photos.
Oh, for sure.
So do you have the actual like
I'm
physical
sure.
photos?
I have like the ones like where I'm resting on the pillar, the ones with the background.
Oh, like you were talking about like school photos.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
this is like
Or
a
they
professional
put you
photo.
on like
Yes. Wait. No, I just
Life
saw it.
touch?
or like you'd be like against like a bark tree, like just like hey, just hanging out by the tree.
Like the vine.
Or they would have one for like the guys. It would be like a tackle box and like a fishing pole, like going fishing. Like when do I ever go fishing? But they're like it's very American-esque.
So funny. It's so true.
Just off to the lake, do. Like
Oh my god, that wasn't a wave.
I feel like the rich kids like really bought those. Like those cost more,
So much.
right? Like
was
They're
like a
like
$10
$80 packs.
which was
yeah.
like more expensive because you'd be waiting in line, and meanwhile this kid like has props and stuff because
Yes.
that's what their mom wants.
Yes.
You guys
Yeah.
know what I lived for? The Scholastic Book Fair.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Yes.
Did you have a Scholastic Book Fair?
No.
You're kidding.
I'm really missed
oh yeah, you're
out.
Canadian. Or wait, right?
No.
You're not Canadian.
No.
Why did
She's
I
just
think
from
you were
the Inland
Canadian?
Empire.
I'm from the IE.
She's from the Inland Empire.
I'm from like an hour and a half from here.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I think you were.
Lauren's
bad.
Canadian.
Oh.
Okay. Maybe not. I don't
Maybe.
know.
Oh,
Eh?
that's yes.
Yeah.
That's why. Sorry,
No,
my
you're
bad.
fine.
Forget that. Okay, no Scholastic Book Fair.
Wait, what is this?
It's when
never had
the
it.
Scholastic company would bring the book fair to your school, and they'd set it all up, and they had books and toys and pens and erasers, and they would just like sell the stuff at the school, and I would go so fucking hard, and I would bring so
bet
much
you would.
money.
Did they ever show like the movie trailers for the books in your class? Like the week before, they would like come in and have these like trailers for the books, so you would get like amped. Like for the Thief Lord, I was like, oh man,
But I
this
was
looks
never-
sick.
Were you a reader though?
Yes,
Okay, see,
yes.
I've never been a reader. I just buy the toys.
I know, or you would get so excited about the book, you're like, well, I don't want to read this. Yeah.
Wait,
oh.
I feel like I really missed out.
That was like
What
the
the fuck?
highlight of my year when the Scholastic Book Fair came around.
And you had that cash on deck. Like
Oh.
that was like the most time you ever like brought cash to school.
Oh my! I'd bring it like in a plastic bag.
Yes. Or did they ever like still, but before the fair would come, they would still sell you the books and like that really thin piece of paper
The
pamphlet,
catalog,
and you
yes.
would like check it off.
Yes. Oh, I forgot all about this.
You missed out.
I really missed out.
Did you do like wrapping? Were you a Girl Scout? Did you like wrapping paper,
No.
like drives where you like sold wrapping paper?
No.
You know what? That would be such like a fun birthday party if like Scholastic sponsored it. You had a Scholastic book fair,
There you go.
like cocktail hour kind of thing.
Clifford the Big Red Dog, Junie
Yes,
B. Jones.
all of it.
And you can have drinks.
Fuck Junie B.
after all of
Jones.
them.
She was a bitch.
Terrible role model. Did you read Junie B. Jones?
Oh my! She would stress me out because she was such a rule breaker, and I'm not a rule breaker. I'd just be like sweating while trying to get through the book.
She would just yell. I
She
was
was
like
so mean.
50% of the book is just in all caps. Like, what kind of role model is that? My kids will not be reading Junie B. Jones.
What were our favorite childhood books?
Oh, okay. I was a huge series of unfortunate events.
Oh,
Okay.
I so
Yes.
see that.
Big
Yes.
time. Well, you know what's actually really funny? I love like children's books. So like besides like the chapter books and stuff, there were some that were my favorite. And during the Christmas break, my brother and I, we were like drunk and we were going through all of them. And there was one that's like Dinner at the Panda Palace. And we were drunk and I was like, what is the writer of this book doing now? And I found her Instagram. And my brother and I like sent this video. We're like, hey, we're just gonna let you know that we like love this book. And it just means so much to us. And we sent it. And like I forgot about it. I was going through my Instagram DMs. She replied.
What'd she say?
She's like, oh, thank you so much. You know, there's always room at the Panda Palace. Like, I don't know. She said some really sweet
Your
line.
heart's all warm and
I
fuzzy.
sent it back to my dad. I'm like, guess he replied. My dad's like, you guys did what?
Like any celebrity could DM you and be like, cool.
Yeah.
She DMs you
Yes.
back. You're like,
Panda Palace.
I loved like the Magic Treehouse books, like Mary Pope Osborne.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Didn't read those. What were you reading?
well, I went to a private Christian school.
Oh, the Bible. Oh,
I was reading the Bible.
great book. I love Noah's Ark. All the animals. It's really cool. It's really
Two
cool.
of each? Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
We had these like, I remember getting these books that were like different colors. And it was this story of like, and each one was a different thing that like the girl struggled with and like overcame. Like it was like
Because of the Bible.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
all Christian stuff though?
Yeah, it was all like a Christian series thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you read like the Left Behind books?
Yeah, well, I tried.
Yeah,
They were a
I
little
was like
intense.
I was thinking about those books the
The
other day.
Left
I never read
Behind,
them, but like
yes.
we like would spend. My parents like worked, and I would go and stay at this like lady's house. She would take care of like a bunch of kids. They were huge Christians, and
Yeah.
they always had like the Left Behind
And
books.
all they're intense.
yeah, like
kids'
everybody
versions?
like gets the rapture like
Yes.
happens.
Yeah.
and people are left
fuck?
behind.
What
Yeah,
is the Left Behind?
It's all about the rapture.
Okay.
like all the like God takes all the good people from heaven. It's all the people who are left behind, trying to make terms.
These
Yeah.
are children's books?
No, well, it's based off of Revelation in the Bible.
Oh.
So it scares the shit out of you from being left
They're
behind.
just scaring you?
Yeah.
Well, it's like predicted to happen.
Oh.
So
I
that's
didn't know
why
any of
it's like a
this.
Have you
thing.
read the Bible?
I was in God's image.
A Korean.
I was in a Korean performing Christian group when I
Okay.
was 5. I don't speak Korean. I never have. All the songs were in Korean. I don't know why I was there.
I've always wanted to go to a Korean church because you like drive past them and you're always like, okay. Like I was like, I don't know. I'm
one
always
in
like, what's
downtown.
it look like inside? Like, I don't know.
Pretty
Like,
normal, I think.
It is.
Or you know when I
But-
think of 21 Jump Street?
Yes.
That's one of my favorite movies.
So yeah, that's why I was about to ask that. I'm like, is that like for the movie? That's a joke. Like, is the Jesus in a Korean church Korean?
I've never been to a church with a Jesus statue in it personally.
Oh.
As far as I remember, I was also just eating goldfish like in the
Yeah.
children's room. So like
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'll let you know. I'll
I
ask my
didn't
mom.
realize how appropriate my shirt would be for today.
I can't believe I didn't even read it. How
God's
perfect.
favorite.
Wait, did you go to Catholic private school?
No, just private.
Oh, okay. So you never had to do confession or any
no,
of that?
no.
I hated that. Being as like a kid, being
It's
told
terrifying.
you have to go into a room with this other man and tell him all the bad things you've been up to. And I remember
like,
being like, I don't know.
I
What
took an extra cookie.
yeah, like that
That's
kind of stuff.
terrifying.
You did that?
Yeah.
Oh. When Cal was going to college, or right before he left, he grew up in the South. And so they were telling him that we were like, when you leave, they're going to try to teach you about evolution. You can't listen to them. Like they're going to try and teach you. Don't listen.
I know dinosaurs aren't real. But I remember like one time at like we would go to it was called like CCD, which was like after like your like Bible school thing every Wednesday night, and I hated it.
I remember all the cool kids would go there.
And
I'm
this
so
woman,
jealous.
she would like light candles. They smelt really good. And we would all sit crisscross applesauce in a dark room. And she would go, Jesus, come to us. Jesus, come to us. And I thought that was like normal. And then like, I even like brought that up at dinner with my family, and I was like, "Y'all remember that thing he said? That woman did that to us." And my mom was like, "Excuse me?" Like, and then after she goes, "Did anyone feel anything?" And you're a kid with like an imagination. You're like, "Yeah, I felt like this like cold breath near me. I think it was God."
I'm fucking dying.
Yeah, that shit happened.
The candles, they smell good.
They smell. Oh, it was like a good pumpkin spice candle. Like, oh,
And
loved
you'd
it.
sit in a circle. It was like a seance.
come to us. She did that. I think like I don't know. That shit happened. No. St. Catherine's in Carrollton, Texas. That happened. I'm putting a Catholic church on blast. It was fine. It was just weird. Like,
it's weird when you get older and you're like, oh, that's not normal.
That wasn't.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what? You didn't do that too?
I remember one time, and then one time I went to like kind of like a evangelical Baptist kind of church, but it was like the cool church where like we play rock and we worship, you know, and like all the cool hot girls in like my middle school were going,
so obviously
and we're like, we gotta go, and there'd be like a ping pong table, arcade games. We're like, this place is awesome. And there was this girl I loved, Christine, and and like the whole topic of the night was like self-harm. Like, have any of you guys been like self-harming? And I was like sitting next to Christine, or it was like not self-harm, but like just dark thoughts. Yeah. And like he's like, everyone's heads down, and like the band's playing that like slow music, and she like grabs my hand, she goes, do you want to stand with me? And I go, yeah, for sure. And I remember like standing up, and then all the kids' heads are down, but everyone's just like looking up, and I'm just like trying to impress Christine, like, yeah. And she's like crying, and like I was like, oh. And then they go, and then after they were like, for the people who stand, I want you to come into the other room, and we got something special for you. And they gave you like a teen Bible. And I was like, I've been saved. And I come home and I'm like, Dad, I got this Bible. My dad's like, buddy, you were baptized when you were like 1. Jesus has always been with you. He goes, you're never going back to that place ever again.
You're like, but Christine.
Yeah. I just wanted to impress her. Gosh, that should happen. I've never like told that.
I'm so curious. Well, I just want to switch gears again. Okay, so speech and debate team.
Yeah.
Do you want to act? What do you want to do?
Yes, I would. I'd like to say like I can act. I would love to act. It's hard like with my schedule in a way where like I would love to act if someone has me in mind for something.
Okay.
Got it.
You know, where it's like, I think you would be great for this. Do you want to do it? For sure, I'll do it. Like I acted in like this show, Mr. Student Body President, that's on Amazon Prime.
Oh my God, I remember.
Like Arden Rose is in it.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm in that for like a few episodes.
Oh, that's so funny.
But I guess I don't know. It's not that I don't want to deal with the rejection, but it's like I got to do a self-tape. And like, which I respect the hustle. You got to do that if you want it.
Yeah.
But I'd rather see it kind of like playing out later in my life.
Okay,
like,
cool.
Do you ever read like people's Wikipedia pages when you're like watching movies? You're like, what's their story?
Yes.
How did they get there?
Yeah.
Sometimes like certain people, it's like, it wasn't even an audition. They just kind of knew someone who made something. So
I mean, even Viola Davis didn't really start acting till like way later, after kids and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. You know what movie was it I was watching the other day and she was in it?
She's so fucking good.
It was like one of the most random movies. She was like a cop. Oh wait, the guy was peeing. Oh, hold on.
It's coming.
Oh, it's this movie with Meg Ryan and Hugh Jackman.
Oh, love them.
Called, do y'all know what I'm talking about? Where Hugh Jackman is like from the 1800s and he like falls in love with her. But she was in that shit.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. But that's like from like, I don't know, mid 90s maybe. But Viola Davis. One time I was at Ralph's and I was like pulled up in my car in the parking lot and I looked over, it's Viola Davis and she's on the phone and she's just like,
oh my God,
mouthing off at some lady. I'm like, she is nailing that call.
Did you watch How to Get Away with Murder?
No, I didn't.
It's a good. I liked season 1. Honestly.
I would just watch. I would only watch it for her.
She's so fucking good.
I would just cut out everything else and only scenes with her.
So good.
Yeah.
Do you watch Euphoria?
Yes. Who doesn't?
I just started, and I started on season 2, episode 3. That was my first one I saw. Intense. I've been missing out. I've been missing out.
So are we catching up?
Yes, but it's a little sad for me to watch because, as I said, I don't like conflict, and the whole show is just conflict and sadness.
I haven't watched the newest episode.
Okay, we won't.
Okay.
But it was good.
I need to.
I had to stop like halfway through because it was too intense.
I think
we had to click pause and we were like, let's dissect.
Yes.
We always like to like right before the episode starts, we make predictions. And but then we realize like how shitty of screenwriters we would be because everything that happens is not what we expected, and that's what's good.
Yeah. I
So
feel like I'm pretty good at predicting shit with movies and stuff.
Okay, so next, so how about you? Can we spoil? It's too much of a spoiler.
The Academy. Yeah. Can we?
What do you think's gonna happen in this episode? How can you even get on the internet after like?
Surprisingly, I haven't seen. I mean, I've seen a lot of people be like, Zendaya's gonna win.
But it's she's not on TikTok as much, and I feel like TikTok is where it all is.
Yeah. And I feel like TikTok knows if you've watched the episode,
Yes.
like it's always listening. They're like, okay, they finished it.
Yes.
Now we can show it to them. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool if it like you wouldn't see spoilers because it knows if you like you can say yes, I've seen it.
I wish.
I bet it's already on there.
I wish.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Zane and I always like love joking about like if we were on it.
What would your makeup look be?
I don't know. I just don't even know what kind of role I would have on it. But
I feel like you would be the random friend from the past that comes back, like into one of their lives.
I'm just imagining you like coming into the stream.
Wait, Zane made the funniest video.
Oh my God, I saw the thumbnail.
No, this one's even funnier. I haven't we didn't post it, but it's really, really.
How did he do that thumbnail?
Well, I made the joke right before it was starting. I'm like, what if we were just like in the thumbnail? What would we do? He's like, oh my God, let's do it. Okay, no, Zane made this funny edit because you know how like they do the inside Euphoria thing.
Yes.
Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm so scared.
Because we were joking, like what, like, and then he was like, "Oh my God, let's film that," and I'm like,
"How many takes?"
Like 4 or 3, because I kept laughing, like I was like losing it.
Not that bad. Not that many.
That's fucking funny. Yeah, I feel like you would be the friend. I'm not sure of who, but they come back into the life, and then they're like, "Whoa, there's a past there." There's a few episodes where you're like, "What's the connection?" Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Or
it would just being. I just don't. We always just think about would we get along with the cast? Would the cast like us? Like you're the new cast, and like I just know that we wouldn't be a good fit. I was gonna say something, but I didn't want to.
You weren't a good friend.
That happened just now, though.
Okay.
It wasn't been there the whole
Thank
time.
God.
I was worried if it had been there the whole time,
no.
and I was like, "Oh my gosh, we got to redo this."
From the top. Hey guys, welcome back to Pretty Basic. Oh my God.
Wait, no, I want to hear. What do you think is going to happen in the
I
episode?
don't want to spoil anything.
Well,
It's gonna be out.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay. Well, I will say I have heard that it's a very Zenru episode.
Okay.
I think something very triggering is going to happen.
you
Obviously.
cannot say that. No, that's every episode. That's the show.
This isn't like a prediction. Like, I think something triggering.
I think Zendaya is going to be in it.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
I think there's gonna be a confrontation.
Yeah,
Like,
They'll be in high school.
No, oh fuck, never mind. Well, Maddie and Kat, that whole thing's gonna like blow up very soon. I think that's gonna be the next episode. Like, cause she knows, she fucking knows. Cassie, that's all I'm gonna say.
I think you're just lying. I think
No,
you
I'm
have.
not. I'm not. I'm
That's
not.
also a really bad prediction because everyone would say that right now.
Yes.
So what else is going to happen?
I always think someone's gonna die every like episode. I'm
think
like,
someone's
gonna
gonna
die.
die soon.
Someone has to die this season.
I would
think
agree
so.
with that.
But I don't know who.
I heard, can I say it? Well, it's not a spoiler, but I heard rumors that people were saying they think it's going to be Gia because she's so close to Rue, and then that'll really hurt
Oh my
Rue.
fucking God.
I don't know. I heard
Wait,
that or
which one's?
Fezco.
I'm sometimes
The
so
sister,
bad
the
with.
Her sister.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gia.
Or Fezco. We'll see.
I think.
I think I really thought Fez was gonna be.
But then I feel like he's becoming the new crowd favorite.
I love
like
him.
they're like having
Yeah.
to revise.
Oh my
the
God,
whole
the
plot.
writers right now are like, just kidding. Let's like rewrite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just hope it doesn't turn into Pretty Little Liars where like it's so obvious they changed the whole direction of it. You know what I mean?
Does
They
Pretty
just
Little
have to.
Liars still hold up?
Like the show in general?
Yeah, like should I watch Pretty Little Liars?
I
No.
don't think so.
I don't know.
You know, they're doing a reboot. Maybe watch the reboot.
Okay.
I thought
My girlfriend's been like we've been watching Gilmore Girls.
I
Did y'all
never,
watch-
I never watched that. I watched One Tree Hill though. That was my shit.
It's really comforting. But
Yeah.
like the dialogue is so fast. It's like watching like Aaron Sorkin like writing it, you know? The girls just don't shut up.
Who's
I don't
Aaron?
know. I'm
I
Who's Aaron Sorkin?
Going back to the whole laughing, like you can tell when we're.
Are y'all making nervous? Are you like,
Well,
I'm fucking dead.
I'm trying to think if I have any more questions. Okay, wait, I do.
What's up?
So what is in the future for you? What do you want to do?
What is in the future? Oh, there's this really cool podcast project that I'm working on, but like I can't say too much about it.
Are you having a third?
A new
I'm getting
podcast?
yes. I'm in consideration for like a whole separate like like Crime Junkies.
Yes.
Similar to that, but with a certain type of like theme to it. I can't say it.
Ooh.
And I'm having a chemistry read this Friday with the girl.
Oh shit.
You're
Yeah.
kidding. Are you really into true crime kind of stuff?
Yeah, I am. And I think I'm really excited that it's going to be a podcast where really I'm not interviewing somebody.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a direct narrative. We
Yeah.
can like really focus on it. And it's going to be funny. And it's just, and it's not something that's catered around our fan base. Like it's going to be a whole different thing. So I'm just really excited about having that kind of under my belt.
Loves that shit. I only listened to Up and Vanished and Serial.
Okay.
Those were good though.
Oh yeah, very good.
Yeah.
So this one, is similar. We're going after a story every time. I just can't say too much for legal, and I might not even get it. So, but I have a good feeling.
You're gonna get it. Say, I'm gonna get it.
I'm gonna get it.
You're gonna get it.
I'm gonna manifest it.
Or something better.
Yeah. So maybe, but
that's exciting.
Yeah.
though.
So I've been like thinking about that like all week, just prepping myself on like the certain types of stories we're gonna be covering and stuff. So. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. Mm-hmm.
Well, when that takes off, we'll do a joint tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those really match up.
Pretty basic and true crime.
Yeah.
I really see.
I'll bring on my other guests I'm going to have. It's just interesting, like having a chemistry read with somebody
that's
that
so interesting.
Might be like a longtime friend, like in this whole new venture.
Well,
so
and it makes sense to do that for shows and movies and that type of stuff when you like cast 2 actors to do a chemistry read. But like for a podcast, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
And did they seek you out for this, or how did that come?
Well, it kind of happened. I was at name drop. I was at Phineas and Claudia's Christmas party, and this guy was there, and he's like, "I'm working on producing this podcast or whatever," and he told me what the premise was, and he goes, "And I'm looking for hosts," and I was like, "Well, I host 2 podcasts. That sounds really interesting. If you guys want to consider me," he goes, "Okay, yeah, no, I'll check you out." He didn't know who I was, and then looked me up and like saw the stuff I've done, and he was like, hit me up immediately. It was like, "We'd love to have you," and then I had like a big call with like the whole team. I feel like this is like the girl who's auditioning for the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders, and then this isn't gonna happen. Like,
let us know. We'll cut.
That's what's gonna come back and haunt me. But no, I don't know. Put it out there. Maybe it will help.
I'm fucking dead.
So yeah.
So think beforehand. You have to think of what does the star mean to you.
The star. Okay, like. Well, like Texas, it's like family, faith, football. So it's like there's 5 points to a star: family, faith, football, and book fairs.
Book fairs.
I'm taking the F.
Yeah.
And then
fun.
A friendship.
Friendship. I love it.
Which is what we have right here.
Those are all my favorite things.
Yeah.
No.
This was fun.
This was so fun. Thank you so much for being on.
Thank you for having me.